PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro players and friends list. This is Rain Phoenix back again with another tutorial. Another video basically. Actually, a couple of people on my friends list, on my PlayStation friends list, and even one of the people on my YouTube subscribers was asking me how did I set up my green screen. I was kind of put together something that was kind of simple yet easy, that wasn't gonna take a long video because I want to keep it as simple as I can, like when I want something explained to me, like I'm not stupid or nothing, but explain it to me step by step. Don't give me the screen, say turn on the camera and that's it, because that's how it was given to me. Like when I first got my green screen, I wanted to know how I had it, how to fix it, and how to set it up. So I looked at YouTube how to set up a green screen. This dummy was like, turn on your camera, put up your green screen, and that was it. And it was working, so he skipped past a lot of stuff. I was gonna say explain it to me like I'm sick so I can understand it. Don't explain it to me like I'm sick. Just explain what you're supposed to do. With that being said, I'm thinking I want to try and use my phone to do this, because the phone I'll get a green screen effect out of as long as I view it, as long as I hold my phone up. But then I'll have to use my controller, but I can use my other phone, but I'll have both my hands full and I won't be able to use my controller. So I figured, why not just use the Playroom, and I can use chroma key. Now from here till, and my freaking thing fell off again. I hear till there's 4 different screens to use. There's the green and blue standard, then there's a black screen, and there's a red screen. The red screen I'm a little bit skeptical about. I'm more familiar with a green screen, and chroma key is more, I'm guessing, more compatible with a green or a blue screen, so I went with green screen. Now, one of the things they tell you when you get it is to iron it out. And I don't know why they say that. I use my green screen all the time. As soon as I opened it, I hung it up. I set it up. Excuse me. And my thing is, I guess they want you to iron out all the wrinkles, but you'll see in a few minutes when I turn on chroma key, there's no problem with it at all. There's no problem with it. It's never been ironed. As you can plainly see wrinkles in it, but I've never ironed it one time. This screen has never been ironed. And keep in mind also that I am on a PlayStation 4. I don't have my Elgato set up yet. When I do, I want to start doing streams on green screen videos, but that's another video once I learn how to do it. Without any further ado, here's my green screen setup. So what you first want to do is, like you said, find a nice spot. Make sure it's extremely bright. No natural light. You don't want natural light in this video at all. You want light bulbs, like something really bright. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to turn on my chroma key and try to explain to the best of my knowledge how it works. Now, what you're going to want to do is you got to make it to the point where you set up your camera first. You put your PlayStation camera right where you want it, and then you angle out, or you roll out as much of your screen as you want to use. As you roll it out, you want to set it up to where it's completely in front of your camera, kind of like how I got it behind me. It's a little off right now because I was trying to angle my camera and I don't have it stationary, so it's kind of moving around. Not now, but it's gonna move around as I do this video. If it don't, that's some good little stuff on there. I gotta probably Velcro it down, but anyway, you get it once your screen is all set up and you get it all, the whole screen covered. Then you want to turn on your chroma key, which is what I'm gonna do right now. So my screen is going blue for a second. However, you can still hear me. You push the share button. You go down to advanced settings. Go down to camera and video. Once you go to camera and video, you go down to effect. You go all the way down, or not effect, I'm sorry. You go to background and you go to chroma key. Once you go to chroma key, you adjust the level of the brightness, not the brightness or contrast or transparent. You go down to level and you adjust. If it's that bright in your room, that's how bright you want to make it. And now you see behind me that the chroma key is working. You don't see it right here because this part is not affected by chroma key. Just the part this, where the little screen is, which is why I have that little screen on right there. This is why I have the lower left hand part of the screen on. That's what you want to use the chroma key for. And as you adjust the chroma key brightness, the lower it is, the more grainy it'll look. Mine is perfect right now because it's the right type of brightness. And without the brightness, I'm going to show you what happens. I'm going to turn off my overhead light here and show you what happens if you don't have the right brightness. You see, you get that grainy effect. And because my window is right behind my green screen, that's what that effect is right there. That's that white effect. And most of the time when I do streams, I usually wear a black tank top. And this works with anything green. Gloves, plastic, clothes, paper, whatever. I got a piece of paper right here that I want to show you. This is actually a piece of paper. You can see I'm holding it here, but it's not in the green screen, which is another reason why I can demonstrate what's behind you. And anything you put in front of it won't show up because it's blocked by the green. How come I can still see Deadpool's eye? It's right there. That's weird. But anyway, this is one of the things I wanted to show you. It's a green screen. Now, when I turn the brightness back up, you'll see that it goes away, and you can still see now it's gone completely. You won't see Deadpool at all because of the intensity of the brightness. So the brighter you make the screen, you make your room, the better effect you'll get. And you like it, keep in mind, you don't have to necessarily have a green screen because ironically, this is going to sound really weird, but I was drinking a can of Mountain Dew when I had it on screen during the stream. You couldn't see half of the can in my hand because it was green. And I was counting out some money too, and the back of a dollar bill won't be visible either. Some of it won't be visible, which I thought was really weird, but also kind of cool. So you can also, like I said, you can use paper. You don't necessarily have to use a green screen. If they tell you, oh well, red screen, I've never used a red screen. I've only seen blue and green work. And from my black tank tops that I wear in some of my streams, black kind of works too. This is blue, but I don't know if this is going to work real good because I don't know what kind of brightness it is. You see, it works kind of, but not really. This a blue is something I don't go with. What I did was I did some research and I found that green is the standard. The only reason blue is used is blue is mostly used in studios, like you see in the news. On those big set movies like Expendables, The Matrix, they use blue screens because they're using moving picture all the time. It's steady, rapid movement. From what I've seen, blue is used better for steady, rapid movement, where green is more for stationary, which is kind of why when you move with green, you can still see some of the green. But if you move with blue, you won't see any outline of blue at all, like you see with the green. So I think that's really playing an important key of what you want to stream and what kind of screen you want. Again, I'm just going to say, what I'm gonna say is it comes down to personal preference. What do you want to use, a blue screen or green screen or red, or if red even works? Let me try this. I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah. Ooh, look like black is working a little. But when I looked up the different kind of green screens you could use for chroma key, I don't know why red showed up, but I can understand why black showed up because when I'm wearing a black tank top, a lot of black tank tops show up a lot. Um, let me check my that question there because when I set up a green screen and stuff, I like to set it to how I want it. Keep in mind that I have two light bulbs up here. If I turn on this one, it'll wash me out. Like well, I don't want to say wash me out, but it'll be so bright to where the light is in my face. But at nighttime, when these lights kind of don't work, I have to use this light, and this is the perfect setting for this light for it to shine that way. But when I put this light behind here, behind my chair for the green screen effect, it won't work as well. It'll be light, it'll be dark over here, but it'll be lighter over here. It'll be kind of grainy. So this is the perfect spot. I could put it right there, this light right there, and I had to angle the bulb so it will shine that way. That's the only way I could get that effect. Um, let me check my let me turn this down. Hey bro, why don't you sub? Bro, why you don't sub to your channel? No, this is the same channel, sis, but this is just a upload. I was going through my YouTube comments and somebody wanted me to post how I set up the green screen. They didn't know how to set up a green screen, so I'm basically helping them set up a green screen. And hello, Derek Hogg from Canada. But but yeah, you don't have to necessarily use cloth. You could use, you could buy a big green piece of contact paper, or not contact paper. What is it called? Construction paper. You can get construction paper, get a cardboard, and just like put it up there and post it like I did here. But this is cloth. This is an actual green screen. It's not cardboard or nothing. I wish I had have found out that stuff before I got a green screen. Not that I'm cheap, but if I can kind of like find a workaround for something, I'm all for it, you know. But there's nothing like doing it the right way. But if you wanna budget and something, you can get a green screen from Amazon for like, I think I paid $9 for this. I seen some for $4 and $3, but I didn't really trust them. They were different shades of green. I think it's like a 1 shade, 2 shade, 3 shade, 4 shade, and 5 shade or something like that. Some of them don't go by shades, they go by numbers like 10, 20, 30. Not that these are the numbers, this is an example, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, of course, being a better shade, where 10 is like being like low quality, and I wanted the best one, so I paid like $9. Of course, if you want a professional one, it's like I saw one for like 143, and I'm like, shoot, I ain't making a movie, I just want to stream my games. And when I get my Elgato set up, I want to be able to make it look like clouds are behind me, or Ryu and Ken are fighting behind me, or cars are crashing, or you know, some sort of waterfall, any kind of moving video behind me while I'm streaming. So that's kind of something I've been working on. If you found this video helpful, drop a like. Please give me a subscribe. I would appreciate all of that. I can't talk. I would appreciate it. If you know somebody that don't know how to use a green screen or want to learn how to use a green screen, you know, hit me up. But like I said, if you want to use a green screen, it all comes down to personal preference. Blue, I recommend green and black because, like I said, I have a black tank top, and when I'm wearing it, you can't see nothing. It's the same thing with clothes. If you got green gloves, or like take for instance this bag of peanuts here. You can't see this bag. All you see is the front part of the letter. You don't see none of the green on this bag, which is pretty cool. So you can use anything that's green. anything that's green will work like great. In front of Deadpool, you don't see it. I just flipped this off, you see, and you can't see it. So it work. Anything green will work. And I'm guessing this is a 10 green. I mean a 50 green, because this little cloth I got is a 50 green. So, you know, anything will work. You can go to Hobby Lobby. You can go to Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Frank's Nursery and Crafts, freaking Myers, any store, Walmart, anywhere that sells craft items, and you could just get like a roll of green screen and you just make it, you know. If I'd have thought about that before I spent $9, I could have just went to Walmart and got some, because they sell at Michael's. Like, they sell this stuff everywhere. You don't necessarily have to get it from Walmart. But that being said, this is Rain Phoenix. I thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching the video. Like I said earlier, if you find it helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, and, you know, go ahead and help somebody out if they're looking for or trying to use a green screen. You know, point them to my direction. Give me a like on the video. I mean, give them direction to my video, you know. And I thank you guys for watching. This is Rain Phoenix. I'm signing out of here. You guys don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a good one.